Sometimes we are late, so battle with the time. Is that correct? You are late almost many times, right? And then when we reach for work, then there's a lot of work, so we have to deal with the battle. That's another battle. And then we have to pay the bills and the bank balance and the family, and right? Is that correct or wrong? You suffer from the battle or no? Or you enjoy the battle? So Arjuna had a battle in front of him, and Arjuna was not sure, how to fight this battle because either side he was seeing problems. Bhagavad Gita was spoken by Lord Krishna. It was the first ever motivational seminar. You know motivational seminars, right? The personality development seminars and what do you call stress management seminars and wellness seminars nowadays people give, and they charge like from hundreds to thousands of dollars. But Lord Krishna was the first one on the planet ever to give a motivational seminar, but not in an air-conditioned room, but it was on a battlefield where thousands and thousands of people were gathered. There was a bright sun, there was a lot of heat, the dust was flying all over because the horses were all over. There's elephants, horses, so many people, millions of people there on the battle. So it was not a comfortable environment. And Lord Krishna spoke this Bhagavad Gita how many years back? 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 years, 5,000 years ago. So even Lord Krishna spoke this Gita 5,000 years ago. Many people from the current age have appreciated Bhagavad Gita. There is this person, his name is Albert Einstein. You know Albert Einstein? Yeah. Devika, can you read loudly for all of us? Yeah, loudly. English. She can't read?
Like I can read, but I haven't brought my glasses.
Oh, you need the glasses. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. You need a Divya Drashti. Okay, maybe Yash can read for you.
I have made the Bhagavad Gita as the main source of my inspiration and guide for the purpose of scientific investigation and formation of my theory.
He says that I've made Bhagavad Gita as the source of my inspiration. Albert Einstein read Bhagavad Gita actually. So he was a scientist. Some people say, oh, why would scientists read Bhagavad Gita? But his scientific discoveries where Bhagavad Gita was the inspiration for his discovery. Okay, there's another person. His name is Ralph Waldo Emerson. He was a great philosopher, poet, writer, wonderful human being, and he writes here. Radhika, you want to read for all of us?
Oh, sure. I owed a magnificent day to the Bhagavad Gita. It was the first time of books. It was if an empire spoke to us, nothing small or unworthy, but large, serene, consistent. The voice of an old intelligence which in another age and climate had pondered and thus disposed of the same questions which exercise us.
Even today. So see, he's writing that uh, he owed a magnificent day to Bhagavad Gita. So he read a Bhagavad Gita almost every day, and he says that it was nothing small or unworthy, nothing like insignificant talk. It was like not any ordinary novel book or fiction book or story book. He says that it is a very consistent voice of an intelligent person, and he answers all the questions which exercise us even today. So today we have lots of questions and all. Yes. Then there's one more last quote. Ashish, you want to read for us?
Yeah. When doubts haunt me, when disappointments stare me in the face, and I see not one ray of hope on the horizon, I turn to Bhagavad Gita and find the words to comfort me, and I immediately begin to smile in the midst of overwhelming sorrow. Those who meditate on the Gita will derive fresh joy and new meanings from it every day.
Very nice. Thank you. You know Gandhi? Mahatma Gandhi? You know Gandhi? India? Yeah. Gandhi everybody knows, right?
Yeah.
All over the world people know Gandhi. He's a very famous personality. Gandhi was a freedom fighter. He was fighting against a very powerful empire actually, not an ordinary empire. It's like a British empire. It was ruling all over the world actually. So he says that every day he used to face a problem. And then whenever he used to face a problem and there was like not a single ray of hope, then what did Mahatma Gandhi did? So open Bhagavad Gita and read a random shloka actually, randomly. Actually. You can do that at your home when you have a Gita at home? No? Okay. I will talk about it. So those who meditate on Gita, he says that he opened the page of Bhagavad Gita and then find a verse and it immediately comforts him. It gives the answer to him actually. And he says that those who meditate on, what it says? Those who meditate on, what is it says? Will derive fresh joy and new meanings from it every day. Hare Krishna, where to come? How are you? Give me a hug. Come, come, come. Beso, beso. Everything good? Very nice. So it says that if you read, Jo Akash uncle is calling. Okay, so here he's saying that those who meditate on Gita will derive fresh joy and new meanings. Fresh joy means like, every day you get new inspiration from Bhagavad Gita. Do you read Bhagavad Gita? Sometimes. Yeah? Is that right? Sometimes you read Bhagavad Gita? Okay, very good. So, Bhagavad Gita was spoken by Lord Krishna 5000 years ago, and it was spoken in a language, English, Sanskrit language. And Srila Prabhupada, here is the big picture of Prabhupada, he translated Bhagavad Gita from Sanskrit to English. Okay? Bhagavad Gita is just like a user manual. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Welcome, guys. It's a user manual. So when we buy any electronic items, so it comes with the instructions, right? How to operate, how to troubleshoot, how to charge it, and how to open it and close it, and all those things, right? So similarly, the Bhagavad Gita is a user manual, right? For our life. You cannot say that Hare Krishna. You cannot say that Lord Krishna just send us here without instructing us. So all those instructions are there in Bhagavad Gita. It's the book of art of living. You know art of living? Uh, it's a way how you live our life. Huh? So Bhagavad Gita has instruction about complete wellness. You understand the concept of wellness? Wellness has 8 components. Here you can see on the picture. How many wellness aspects we have? We have physical wellness. Right? How do you do physical wellness? Exercise, then diet, then sleep, and then recreation, entertainment, all this physical wellness. Then mental wellness. Then emotional wellness. We all need emotional wellness also. Then we need occupational wellness, financial wellness, right? Then what else you need? Intellectual wellness. Then what else you need? You need environmental wellness. And then social wellness. And then you need ultimately is the spiritual wellness. So Bhagavad Gita has instructions about each and every aspect of the wellness. It's a complete wellness book, or you can say complete book of yoga actually. Yoga means uniting everything together, bringing. So Lord Krishna has given all the instructions. The first instruction is about physical wellness. So we'll consider all the aspects of wellness from Bhagavad Gita. So Bhagavan Krishna, he gives us how to keep our health well properly, our mind, our spirit, our occupation, our finances, then our relationship. Krishna gives complete instruction, and we'll see how Krishna gives different chapters have this instruction. So about diet, Lord Krishna gives instruction about diet in Bhagavad Gita. क्या खाना चाहिए, क्या नहीं खाना चाहिए, what should we eat, what should we not eat, how much to eat, how much not to eat is mentioned by Krishna. Then how much to sleep, how much not to sleep. Then how to do exercise. Lord Krishna in the 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita explains about the importance of exercise and how to do it. He gives complete instruction. Then he gives instruction about how to do recreation, how much to do. Everything is explained by Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. So we'll take some shlokas about physical wellness, how Lord Krishna instructs us. Is right? So here in 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, which is called as Dhyana Yoga. So how many chapters in Bhagavad Gita? Yes? You don't know exactly? Okay, Radhika Ben? 18 chapters. Very good, very good. And how many shlokas in Bhagavad Gita? I will give you 4 options: 500, 600, 700, 800. 700 is the correct answer. So Bhagavad Gita has 18 chapters and 700 shlokas, out of which chapter number 6 is about मेंटल एंड फिजिकल वेलनेस. एक्चुअली लॉर्ड कृष्ण गिव्स डिटेल इंस्ट्रक्शन. एक्चुअली अगर आप भगवत गीता ध्यान से पढ़ेंगे तो भगवान कृष्ण बहुत सारे चैप्टर्स में different different shlokas he talks about physical wellness, mental wellness, spiritual wellness, social wellness. But I have taken some representative because if we talk 700 shlokas, 45 minutes is not enough, right? So we'll talk about some of the shlokas. So in chapter number 6, shloka number 16, he is giving some instructions about how much to eat, how much to sleep, quantity. Then he talks about quality. So first quantity. So Lord, you can repeat the shloka after me. Is that okay? You can repeat. Lord, भगवान क्या कहते हैं हमें? तो भगवान कहते हैं नाति अस्नातः तु नाति अस्नास्तु योगोस्ति नाति अस्नास्तु योगोस्ति ना च एकांतम अनास्नता ना च न च अति स्वप्नशीलस्य जाग्रतो नैव च अर्जुन Arjuna is Krishna's friend, Krishna's cousin brother, and now on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, he is disciple of, he is student of Krishna. So Krishna is a teacher and Arjuna is a student. So here Lord Krishna is saying, hey Arjuna, there is no possibility of once becoming a yogi. Yogi means one who is well developed, very well advanced person. If one eats, what is it written? Too little or too much. What is too much? Eating more than required, and too little also. So it's not good for your health. And then sleeps too much or doesn't sleep at all, or doesn't sleep enough. So Bhagavan कहते हैं अगर आपको healthy रहना है, if you want to be really well developed yogi, then what you have to do? Physical well-being. First आपका शरीर है तो फिर सब कुछ है ना? If body is not healthy, then nothing is healthy. तो भगवान क्या कहते हैं? खाना कितना खाना चाहिए? बहुत ज़्यादा भी नहीं, बहुत कम भी नहीं. So how much? Whatever gives you enough energy to survive. So, and then if you eat too much, what happens? What happens? Obesity, diabetes, blood pressure, heart disease, all are the problems. And then if you eat too little, अगर बहुत लोग कुछ खाते ही नहीं है सुबह से शाम तक, उनको बोलना पड़ता है खाओ. ऐसे भी लोग रहते दुनिया में. Priyanka is laughing, so she knows someone. Some people survive on the air, right? So they don't eat at all. I've seen those people, right? So, but then it's not good for your health, because if you don't eat enough, then what happens? You get deficiency, malabsorption or malnutrition. So, and then sleep. How much sleep we should have every day? How much sleep? 10 to 12 hours. How much? Yes? 12 to 14 hours. How much? So doctors will tell us.
6 to 8 hours.
6 to 8 hours is perfect number. Yes. So 6 to 8 hours, like perfect hours is 6 to 8. Some people sleep less also, but not for everybody. If you sleep less, then what happens? You can get heart disease also. There are studies which mentions that you can get heart problems and mental problems and headache. Sometimes when you don't sleep enough, then you get headache. Anybody has experience? I get that problem anytime. And if you sleep too much, then what happens? Lethargy. You feel lazy. And there is one study actually. They say that people who sleep more, they get heart disease actually. There's one study proven that. So Lord Krishna is saying that na ati asnastu yogosti na cha ekantam anasanata na cha ati swapna shilasya jagrato naiva cha arjuna. So everything has to be balanced. So Lord Krishna further gives the same instruction here. What is he saying? Same thing mentioned in 17th shloka of Bhagavad Gita. So can you all repeat after me? Risha, can you repeat after me? Come here. Let's sing this shloka. Come. Okay, let's sing. Yukta ahara viharasya Yukta ahara viharasya Yukta chetasya karmashu Yukta swapna swabodhasya युक्तस्वप्नावबोधस्य योगो भवति दुःखः योगो भवति दुःखः. So Bhagavan Krishna, what is he saying? Yukta. How many times Yukta word has been used? 1, 2, 3, 3 times, right? Yukta ahara viharasya yukta chetasya karmashu. Yukta means regulated or balanced. So what is Lord Krishna saying? Can you read loudly, Risha, for us? What is written there in on the screen?
On the screen.
Can you read? You want a microphone?
No?
No? Okay. Let's read it. He
Who is regulated in his habits of eating, sleeping, recreation, and work
work can
can mitigate all material pains by practicing the
yoga system. Very nice. So what is Lord Krishna saying here? That if you can regulate your habits, habit is the main thing. We have different habits. Like we have habit of eating. Some people eat randomly. Anything they see, they start eating. Anytime, like. And then some people have habit of sleeping proper, not proper habit of sleeping. They don't sleep at a proper time, or they are not habituated with all the things what you before going to sleep. They watch a movie or something, and then their mind is stimulated, and you can't get sleep properly, right? So habits. So Lord Krishna is saying you control your habits of eating. Then what is the habit of sleeping? Then habit of recreation. Our habits of recreation is watching the videos all the time. That's the recreation. Facebook and YouTube videos. Everybody is scrolling all the time. ऐसे ऐसे करते रहते हैं हर टाइम. क्या करते हैं मालूम नहीं है, लेकिन people. I saw some people when I drive around. Then I see the students standing on the bus stop, right? And then they are always like they're not watching the bus; they're on the phone. They might be watching some video probably. So recreation and habit of work also. Work habits are also very important. Sometimes we go to work also, our habits are not good. So Lord Krishna is saying that you control your habits. So if you really want to avoid all the problems, then you have to control your habits. And how do you do that? Yukta. Yukta means regulated. So like you see there is a chariot here, and then there are horses there, and the person is driving chariot. So if your horses are not regulated, controlled, then what happens? Like say there are 5 horses, 2 goes to left, 2 goes to right, and 1 goes in a straight line, then there is a problem, right? So these horses are our indriya. Our indriya means our senses, like eyes, nose, ear, belly, tongue. All these are our indriyas. And Lord Krishna is saying that you have to regulate them. You just can't let them loose. So we can't let the eyes to see whatever it comes across. So whenever there is an improper thing and eyes are looking at it, then you have to control with the mind and intelligence. Okay, this is not proper, this is proper, like that. You have to control your habits. You got the point? So Lord Krishna is giving a very practical instructions in Bhagavad Gita. Then Lord Krishna says, what should we eat? Diet. We all are concerned about the diet and health, and we are talking about the physical well-being instruction. Then we'll talk about mental, spiritual, occupational. A lot of instruction Lord Krishna is giving. So in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 17, श्लोका 8, भगवान क्या कहते हैं? क्या खाना चाहिए, क्या नहीं खाना चाहिए? पहले तो उन्होंने क्या बताया, कितना खाना चाहिए प्रमाण में, ज़्यादा भी नहीं और कम भी नहीं. कितना सोना चाहिए, ज़्यादा भी नहीं, कम भी नहीं, बैलेंस में. देन डाइट, क्या खाना चाहिए? तो भगवान क्या कहते हैं यहाँ पे? आयु सत्व बल आरोग्य सुख प्रीति विवर्धना रस्य स्निग्ध स्थिर हृदय आहार सात्विक प्रिय. तो यहाँ पे भगवान क्या कहते हैं? हरे कृष्ण. वेलकम वेलकम वेलकम. तो भगवान क्या कहते हैं, क्या खाना चाहिए जिससे हमारा मन, बुद्धि और हृदय शुद्ध रहेगा, अच्छा रहेगा? What should we eat? Right? So here Lord Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita, what is he saying? Who can read for us? Ashish, can you read for us, all of us?
Foods in the mode of goodness.
Uh-huh.
Increase the duration of life, purity one's existence, purify one's existence and give strength, health, happiness, and satisfaction. Such foods are juicy, fatty, wholesome, and pleasing to the heart.
So क्या खाना चाहिए? What should we eat? So Lord Krishna is saying that the food which is juicy. What food is juicy? The fruits and vegetables, right? And then fatty. Fatty means like it has a good type of fat, which is like milk or yogurt. And then wholesome, like grains, lentils, and they are pleasing to heart. They are really delicious. Now, what happens when you eat it? This is the food in the mode of sattva guna. Mode is the good mode of goodness. And then what happens? It increases the duration of life. He says that Ayu sattva bala arogya. Ayu means life. So if you eat the fruits, vegetables, grains, lentils, milk, yogurt, it will increase the duration of your life. And then it gives bala and arogya. Bala means strength, and arogya means health. Sukha means Shri Shri Gauritai ki jai, Shri Shri Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman ki jai, Shri Shri Radha Devasya ki jai, Shri Shri Jagannath Prabhu ki jai, Shri Radha. So Bhagavan कहते हैं कि अगर आप food in the mode of goodness you eat, what happens? You get long life, you get bala, strength, and then arogya, wellness. And then it gives you happiness also, satisfaction, priti, and satisfaction, vivardhana. So all this will, if you want to be long living, if you really want to have strength, if you really want to be happy, if you want to be satisfied, if you really want to be healthy, then what do you eat? Fruits, vegetables, plants, then grains, lentils, milk and yogurt. This is what. Then what should we not eat? भगवान क्या कहते हैं? क्या नहीं खाना चाहिए? क्या नहीं खाना चाहिए? तो भगवान कहते हैं, क्या कहते हैं? Next श्लोक में. So Lord Krishna is saying, कट्व अम्ल लवंती उष्ण तीक्ष्ण रुक्ष्ण विदाहिना आहार राजसयेष्ट दुःख शोकमया प्रदा. The food that are bitter, too sour, salty, hot, pungent, dry, burning are dear to those in the mode of passion. Such food causes, what does it cause? Distress, misery and disease. So कौन से टाइप का फूड नहीं खाना चाहिए? होटल का फूड प्रभु जी बोलते हैं, करेक्ट? Fast food, restaurant का food, because they have all this quality. They are bitter, they are too sour, they are salty, they are hot, they are pungent, they are dry, they are burning. कभी भी खाने के बाद तो इतना एसिडिटी होता है, पूछो ही नहीं. पाव भाजी खाने से तो बहुत तकलीफ होता है. पानी पूरी खाने से भी होता है ना. कभी कभी ज़्यादा खा लिया तो भगवान क्या कहते हैं कि सच फूड कॉजेस, व्हाट इज इट कॉज? दुख शोक मया प्रदा. दुख मीन्स sadness. It will cause you problems. Shoka, misery. Why should we eat the food which is causing you misery? So Lord Krishna is giving, and further Lord Krishna is saying that what should we not eat? तो भगवान कहते हैं यता यमः गत रसम पुति पर्युषितम च यत् उच्चिष्टम अपि च मेध्यम भोजनम तामसम प्रिय. So what we should not eat? The food which is tasteless, decomposed, putrid. What is that food? Which is decomposed, putrid and tasteless. Meat actually. Meat has no taste. Actually people can't eat dry meat, like meat without cooking. They add the spices and everything. Meat has no taste by itself. Only animals can eat raw meat. Tiger can eat raw meat. We are not. What do they do for the meat cooking? They add spices and they add all those things along with it. But actually meat is a decomposed food. Because the tiger is killed, or lion, or like what, not tiger, but the cow or whatever the animal they kill nowadays. The animal is killed long time back. And then they say they maintain the cold chain and bring it back. but it's actually decomposed. Because the proteins start decomposing, disintegrating immediately after the death. अगर आप कभी डेड पर्सन को देखा है तो शरीर क्या होता है, फूलने लगता है. डिकम्पोजिशन स्टार्ट इमीडिएटली. As soon as you are dead, the decomposition start. जैसे ही आत्मा शरीर से निकल जाती है, शरीर खत्म होने लगता है. जैसे कोई मर गया है तो कोई रात भर कोई व्यक्ति को अपने घर में नहीं रखता है, डेड बॉडी को रखते हैं, कभी लेके जाएंगे ऐसा बोलते हैं, क्योंकि वो बॉडी स्टार्ट डिकम्पोजिंग इमीडिएटली, स्टार्ट गिविंग अ स्मेल. About 4 to 6 hours after it start decomposing very quickly. तो भगवान कहते हैं कि ऐसा फूड नहीं खाना चाहिए जो डिकम्पोज्ड है, यानी कि मीट है, एग्स है, फिश है, वी शुड नॉट ईट. व्हाई? बिकॉज दे कॉज डिजीज, दे कॉज प्रॉब्लम्स इन योर लाइफ. The food consisting of remnants and untouchable things is in the mode of darkness, and anything dark is not good. Darkness is like. So which is the best food? Which is the best food? Huh?
Green leaf vegetables.
Very good. Devika, very good, very good. Which is the best food? Pratik?
Fruits, vegetables, grains, yogurt.
Very nice. And why it is so? Because they give you long life, they give you happiness, they give you health. Some people say that you don't get proteins when you eat vegetarian food. Anybody has heard that before? Okay. But imagine that who is the strongest living entity on the planet? Elephant. What does elephant eat? He's a vegetarian. So do you want to be a vegetarian? Do you want to eat the meat just for getting muscle? No, you can get lots of proteins from the lentils, soya, milk, yogurt has lots of proteins. But the best food is the prasadam. So vegetarian food, you cook it and then offer it to Krishna. So we are not vegetarians. Who are we? We are prasaditarians. Prasaditarians means, what is prasaditarians?
Whatever you get from Krishna.
Whatever we offer to Krishna. Only prasad we eat, right? So that is Krishna. So whatever cooked vegetables we cook, we offer it to Krishna and we eat it, right? So then Lord Krishna, so this is about physical well-being actually. भगवान एक्सरसाइज कैसे करना ये भी बता रहे हैं. योग कैसे करना है. So how to do yoga? So Lord Krishna tells to Arjuna that you practice the yoga. One should go to a secluded place, sit in a kusha grass on the ground, and they lay over with a deer skin and soft cloth like that. So this is the detailed instruction of the yoga is mentioned in 11, 12, 13 and 14. So this is all about physical well-being. भगवान बहुत सारे instruction दे रहे हैं भगवद गीता में. So then after physical health comes the mental health, right? So Lord Krishna gives us instruction about how to keep your mental health also. Mind your mind. They say mind your mind. This means that your mind is very important. You have to mind your mind also. We all the time worry about the body. But then Krishna says to Arjuna that you should take care of your mind also. Why? Why should we take care of the mind? So भगवान कहते हैं उद्धारेत आत्मनात्मनाम न आत्मनाम अवसादयेत आत्मैव आत्मनो बंधुर आत्मैव रिपुरात्मना. Ripur means Shatru. So Lord Krishna is saying that if you do not mind your mind, then your mind will become your enemy. How your mind can become your enemy? You will go crazy actually. Depression, schizophrenia, psychotic disorders and personality problems and eating disorders and so many problems. Is that right? तो भगवान क्या कहते हैं? आत्मा मन को बंधु means friend. So you have to make your mind as your friend. If you do not make your mind as a friend, then what will happen? Your mind will become your enemy. Some people have sleepless nights. रात को नींद नहीं आती है. Some people think all the time, stressed out, burned out, because the mind is thinking of something, all the time thinking. As soon as you go to bed, did I close the door? You'll open and go and see the door. Or what will happen tomorrow morning at the work? Or what will happen to my children? Mind is very tricky. He's always thinking about something or other. They say in a day, how many thoughts cross your mind? 60,000. And in the night time, 60,000. So total 120,000. So there is a saying that it's not worth paying attention to every thought of your mind. Because if you pay attention, like 80% of the thoughts in our mind are useless. It has no need of even thinking about it. But still we think about it. So Bhagavan कहते हैं कि one must deliver himself with the help of his mind and not degrade himself. The mind is the friend of conditioned soul and his enemy as well. So आपका मन आपका शत्रु भी हो सकता है. माइंड हमेशा सोचते रहता है, कुछ ना कुछ प्लान बनाते रहता है, कल ऐसे करेंगे, परसों ऐसे करेंगे, परसों ऐसे करेंगे, इतना करूंगा तो इतना पैसा मिलेगा, फिर इतना पैसा करूंगा तो उतना मिलेगा, फिर डबल हो जाएगा, फिर 4 गुना हो जाएगा, फिर तो मैं बहुत, फिर मैं 2 घर लूंगा, फिर 4 घर लूंगा, फिर सब रेंट पे लगा दूंगा, फिर आराम से घूमने को जाऊंगा. माइंड इज ट्रिकी, राइट? इट्स थिंकिंग अबाउट इट. वो भगवान आगे कहते हैं क्या? भगवान कहते हैं कि बंधुर आत्मनस्तस्य येन आत्मैवात्मना जितः अनात्मनस्तु शत्रुत्वे वर्ते वर्ते तमेव शत्रुवत्. तो भगवान कहते हैं कि फॉर हिम हु हैज कॉन्कर्ड द माइंड इज द बेस्ट ऑफ द फ्रेंड्स. जो मन को जीत लिया उसने दुनिया जीत ली, है ना? सिकंदर था, सिकंदर जब पूरी दुनिया जीत के भारत में आया तो सब लोग उठ के सिकंदर को ऐसे सलाम करते थे. एवरीबडी यूज्ड टू गेट अप एंड पे. बट देयर वर सम साधुस एंड देन सिकंदर जा रहा था तो दे डिडंट पे रिस्पेक्ट्स टू सिकंदर. सो ही सेड, यू नो एवरीबडी नोस सिकंदर, राइट? So Alexander the Great. So when he came, then the sadhus in India didn't pay respect. So he became very angry. He said, I have conquered the whole world. Why are you not paying respects to me? He said, you have conquered the whole world, but you have failed to conquer your mind. He said, when you die, you will not need a land worth of 6 feet also. But you are conquering the whole world. Are you going to take the whole world with you? You're not going to take anything with you. Why are you? So we'll pay respects to the person who has conquered the mind. So Bhagavan कहते हैं कि for him who has conquered the mind is the best of the friend. But for who has failed to do so, his mind will remain greatest enemy. So मन हमारा शत्रु भी हो सकता है और मित्र भी हो सकता है. जैसे कि ये नाइफ है ना? You see this knife? The knife, if it is given to a doctor, what will he do? He will do a surgery and he will cure someone. But the same knife is given to a thief, he will kill someone, right? So is the knife good or bad? Is the knife good or bad? Is the knife good or bad? Who will tell me? Very nice.
Duty to do.
Right, correct. It how you use it. Some people say social media is not good. It depends how you use it. Some people say the smartphones are not good for your, so just throw the smartphone. Can we do that? Let's throw everybody, all the smartphone. Then he's going to collect everything. Then he'll sell it on Kijiji. Is that right? So smartphone is good or bad? Pratik, is it good or bad?
It's a tool, depends on how you use it.
Very nice, very
It's
nice.
good if you use it for bad.
It depends. So similarly is the mind. Mind is also a tool actually. Krishna has given us a tool of mind, intelligence and this indriya, the senses. All these are tools. Krishna has given us a toolkit. And depending upon how you use it. So if you use the mind for a good work, the mind can be good. But if you use the mind wrongly, then mind can be your enemy. That is why people get mental disorders are most common disorders nowadays. Stress, anxiety. Some people get anxious for no reason. You tell them a little bit, they become anxious. They get blood pressure shoots very fast. People are very, very, very anxious nowadays. They just can't handle little stress also. Why? Because it's the mind actually. Because we haven't trained the mind so long. That's the problem. So these are the mental problems. Lack of confidence. People lose the confidence if they fail one time also. It's a lot of problem. Arjuna lost the confidence in the battlefield. Why? Because his mind was uncontrolled. They say keep your head on the shoulder. Have you heard this before? Keep your head on the shoulder. What does that mean? Control your mind, control your emotions. Mind is the storehouse of all the emotions. So just control it. Just be balanced. Sometimes it is good to take no decision rather than decision in a rush. So, best word you can do is that I will come back to you after some time. Somebody says something, just wait for some time. I can get back to you on this. Because then you can think quietly. Don't shoot a message immediately. Somebody says something, you just type immediately. No, just wait for some time. Then you'll get the answer probably because the mind is very important. Then depression. Depression is very common nowadays. Actually, a lot of people get depressed either at work or in the family life. Uh, Mood disorders are very common. Some people are very moody actually because of mind loss of trust. Then stress out, hypertension. One of the main problem of hypertension is the anxiety. Lots of people are anxious nowadays. Then damage to oneself, family, and society. Madness, craziness, dangerous diseases, and weakened determination. All these are result of uncontrolled mind. And there's a lot of social problems also, like suicide, rapes, then prostitution, liquor, drug addiction. All these are mental problems actually. If you control the mind, then all this can be problems. So how do you control the mind? So भगवान अर्जुन को कहते हैं कि अर्जुन आप भगवान अर्जुन को ध्यान योग सिखाते हैं. So Lord Krishna is saying that Arjuna, you sit in a quiet place and concentrate, focus your mind on one pointed attention. Dhyan Yoga. Then Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayam, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi, Ashtanga Yoga. भगवान कृष्ण बहुत इन शिक्षा दे रहे हैं अर्जुन को. If you get chance, read 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. But then Arjuna says to Krishna that, hey Arjuna, Krishna, Chanchalahi Madha Krishna Pramahadi Balvadradam तस्य हम निग्रह मन्ये वायु युवसु दुष्करम. भगवान को कहते हैं अर्जुन, हे भगवान, ये मन बड़ा पावरफुल है, चंचल और दृढ़. इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू कंट्रोल माइंड. कृष्णा, कैन यू प्लीज टेल मी हाउ डू आई डू इट? हिज माइंड इज वेरी पावरफुल. सो भगवान कृष्ण को क्या कहते हैं? भगवान कहते हैं, श्री भगवान वाच असंशय महाबाहो मनोर्दुर्निग्रहं चलम अभ्यासेन तु कौन्तेय वैराग्येण च गृह्यते. भगवान क्या कहते हैं? Who can read this loudly? Pratik, can you read loudly for all of us? English.
Lord Sri Krishna said, O mighty armed son of Kunti, it is undoubtedly very difficult to curb the restless mind.
He's saying that mind is very restless. It's very difficult to control it. But then he's saying, read next.
But it is possible by suitable practice and by detachment.
Vairagya and Abhyas. Abhyasa means, what is that? Practice, practice, practice. Every day we should practice. Of what? Mind control. Mindfulness is very important actually. The very important subject matter of our life is the mind. We have forgotten about the mind. We all worry about the money. Is that right? सब लोग उसकी चिंता करते हैं, कैसे खर्चा पूरा करेंगे, कैसे करेंगे, ये करेंगे, वो करेंगे. लेकिन मन की कोई चिंता नहीं है. अगर मन को हमने we don't take care of mind, what will happen? It will get diseased actually. Mental disorders very common. अगर हम मन को नहीं ट्रेन किया तो प्रॉब्लम. और क्या बता रहे हैं? अभ्यास और वैराग्य. What is वैराग्य? What is detachment? What is detachment? Prabhuji, can you say something? Detachment. Detachment is give up.
Renounce.
Renounce. What do you renounce? What can you renounce? We don't have anything to renounce. your little money, little house. You can't renounce family. Krishna is not talking about giving up everything. Krishna is saying that renounce the mentality. What is the mentality? The attitude. Your attitude of being the king, or you want to be the master of everything. You want to control everything. So that controlling mentality has to be given up. So you don't want to be the boss of everything. Just be the servant. Be the sevak, humble. Humility is very important in our life. So that is what it is. So there are a lot of instructions, but we'll continue this when we meet next time. So we learned about the physical, the mental, and then Krishna talks about occupational well-being. Krishna talks about social well-being. Krishna talks about spiritual well-being, environmental well-being, emotional, intellectual well-being. So we'll talk about all the wellness aspect, because as I said, Bhagavad Gita is a complete wellness book. अगर आपको सब कुछ चीज़ के बारे में जानना है तो there is only one book. Which is that? Bhagavad Gita. लेकिन people have a lot of misconception of Bhagavad Gita actually. भगवद गीता में भगवान आत्मा के लिए भी बता रहे हैं, कर्म के बारे में बता रहे हैं, समय के बारे में बता रहे हैं, हाउ टू मैनेज योर रिलेशनशिप उसके बारे में बता रहे हैं, क्रोध कैसे कंट्रोल करना, एंगर कैसे कंट्रोल करना है. देन योर Lord Krishna is talking about greed. Greed is one of the most deadly disease. So that is, Lord Krishna talks about most of the topics in Bhagavad Gita. But as time is very short, we just could talk about only two aspects here. But we'll continue next time. Bhagavad Gita has so many things in it. But there is some misinformation about Bhagavad Gita also. Some people say that, okay, you are very young. So they say Bhagavad Gita has to be read only in the old age. जब सब कुछ खत्म हो गया तभी भगवद गीता पढ़ो. Is it true or false? Is it true or false? When should Bhagavad Gita should be read in the old age? Is it true or false?
It is false, although when you're in an old age, you can reflect on your life when you read the book. So you'll grasp more knowledge.
So what is it true or false?
False.
False. Why? So why young people should read Bhagavad Gita? Devika?
Because they know how to control the anger issue,
Uh-huh.
physical health, and strength and fear, and even the like everything from your health to die.
Very good. Go ahead. Very nice. Yeah, go ahead.
Like nowadays, children really look, they watch their phone a lot. So
Very nice. Very nice. Go ahead. Keep on saying. So we talked about the diet, sleep, we talked about entertainment, habits, we talked today about it, and then we talked about mental health issues. These are very common issues, right? We talk about drugs and suicide and depression and stress and blood pressure and heart disease and so many other problems. Divorce is very common nowadays. So all these are mental problems, is that right? So is Bhagavad Gita young people should read or no? Yes? How about Yash? Should we read Bhagavad Gita? Why? Answer to all the questions, isn't it? So Bhagavad Gita should be read only by old people. It's a wrong thing. Is that correct? It should be read by Bhagavad Gita can be read right from the beginning. Our little Risha also reads Bhagavad Gita. So we all can read Bhagavad Gita, right? Okay, next question for you is Bhagavad Gita is for Hindus only. Is it true or false? Okay, who will tell us? Maybe Akash can guide us.
False.
Why?
Because it's more of an art of living rather than being constrained in one
religion, right? Actually, throughout Bhagavad Gita, very correct answer. Bhagavad Gita is there is not a single word called Hindu in Bhagavad Gita. So even though when you go to the court and say गीता पे हाथ रख के हम कहते हैं कि हम जो भी कहेंगे सच कहेंगे, सच के सिवा कुछ नहीं कहेंगे. And then it's for Hindus, they say. But no, it is for everybody actually. Gita is for everyone. Why? Because everybody eats, everybody sleeps, everybody has entertainment, everybody has a mind, right? It is not only Hindus have mind. Everybody has a mind, right? Is that correct or wrong? So Bhagavad Gita is for Hindus only. It's wrong. It is for all human beings actually. Everybody can read Bhagavad Gita. Albert Einstein read Bhagavad Gita. So by reading Bhagavad Gita, you don't change your religion. You remain what you are, right? You just read it. It's a manual, user manual, right? Next question. Those who read Bhagavad Gita should not marry and should live everything and the family. ऐसा लोग कहते हैं. Is that correct or wrong? कौन कहेगा? हमारे जयमीन भाई कहेंगे. Those who read Bhagavad Gita should give up, should not marry or should not live in the family. लोग कहते हैं कि भगवद गीता पढ़ने के बाद लोग संन्यास ले लेते हैं. Is it true or false? Why?
Life has to go.
Huh?
Our life has to go. The creation is all because we have to take something with life.
Okay, very good. Yes, you were saying something?
You have to be in the material world, but be detached to all this.
Very good. So you have to have, like, you have to face the challenges and you say life should go on. Anybody else want to say? Well, Arjuna was married actually. Huh? Arjuna had a children. So then why Krishna said Bhagavad Gita to married person? And after hearing Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna didn't take sannyas. Arjuna fought the war and won the war, right? तो फिर ये क्या है? कुछ लोग कहते हैं कि भगवद गीता नहीं पढ़नी चाहिए घर में, बच्चों को ना बोलते हैं. वो कहते हैं बच्चों को भगवद गीता नहीं पढ़नी चाहिए. क्यों? तो माता पिता को डर रहता है मेरे बच्चा संन्यास ले ले. ऐसा कहते हैं. These are some mythology. Huh? Okay, can somebody read loudly this paragraph? Maybe our Badal Prabhu can read loudly.
General people understand that retiring from ordinary duties, one becomes spiritually advanced. It is not like that. Krishna taught to the whole world that Arjuna was a fighter, and in his fighting, also he can be Krishna conscious. It is not that he has to cease from fighting and then become Krishna conscious. No, there is no such question. There is no rejection of anything but
Dovetailing
everything.
everything. That is the process. Huh? Very nice. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you. So he was looking after his baby, still he became Krishna conscious. That is called as Krishna conscious. Yeah? You're looking after the baby, you're looking after the whole family, still you're coming to the temple, you're serving Krishna at home. So ये है Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness is not like you give up the children, give up the family. You do everything, and at the same time, whatever little time you have on your hands, you use it for service of Krishna, right? So it doesn't mean that once you become Krishna conscious, you give up your study, or you give up your family life, or you give up your duties. No. Have it with the Krishna consciousness, thinking that, okay, this child is the mercy, blessing of Krishna. ये भगवान का आशीर्वाद है. तो हम जब बच्चों का ध्यान रखते हैं तो क्या कर रहे हैं एक्चुअली? हम भगवान का ध्यान रख रहे हैं क्योंकि they are part and parcel of Krishna. When we look after the family, every member of the family is part and parcel of Krishna. Actually, all of us are part and parcel of Krishna. So when I serve you, when we serve each other, what happens? Actually, we are serving Krishna. So here is the opportunity to serve Krishna. भगवान को देखना है, कैसे देखेंगे? Here are the God. God is situated here everywhere, right? Okay, one more question. Bhagavad Gita is for Indians only. Is it true or false? कौन बताएगा? हमारे प्रतीक प्रभु अभी आए हैं, वो बताएंगे. Only. False? Why? Huh? For everyone? But why? Why Bhagavad Gita is for everyone? Hare Krishna, welcome. Okay. Everybody came on the right time. There are questions for everybody of you. So बताइए भगवद गीता इंडियंस के लिए क्यों है, भारतीय के लिए क्यों है या नहीं है? कौन बताएगा? Zilben Milpa. Okay, Zilben. Can you say something? Is Bhagavad Gita for Indians only? True or false?
No, it is for everyone because again it's art of living. So
Very nice. Very nice. Okay, Bhagavad Gita पहली बार किसने किसको कही थी? Who first spoke Bhagavad Gita? Very nice. Who told first time Bhagavad Gita? उसके पहले किसको? So Bhagavan Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita to sun god Surya. Then Ishwaku, then Manu, like that. So in this way, the Bhagavad Gita was spoken. Now, is sun god Indian? Sun belongs to India? Sun belongs to everybody, right? The sun can give the light. So Bhagavad Gita is for everybody on the planet. is for all, not only for only Earth, but everybody on the planet, everywhere on the planet, right? And then the last question. Okay, this is a very interesting question on Bhagavad Gita. The result of our work is fully on our hands. Is it true or false? Maybe Pratik or his sister can give the answer. Okay, you can give the answer. Yes. Is the result of your work, are they in your hands?
Yes.
Is it true or false?
Yeah.
Is it true?
Yeah.
Okay, she's saying true. Okay, one answer is true. Okay, next one is Rishika Ben. Is the result of your work in your hands or false? True or false? False? So result of your work not in your hands? Okay, she's saying not in your hands. You're saying in your hands. Anybody else? Prabhuji, Ashish Prabhu?
No.
No?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
You're just supposed to perform your duties.
Uh-huh.
It's the Lord's wish whether it will succeed or not
No,
succeed.
so no, not in your hands. She's saying no. आप क्या करें?
If he trusts Bhagavad Gita, he will be Krishna conscious.
Uh-huh.
They don't trust, then it
No,
will.
no, true or false as a पूछ रही. Yes or no? True or false? Results are in your hand or not? Yes? Okay, he's saying yes. So 2 yes, 2 no, yes.
The duty is in your hand, and the way you perform affects the results, but ultimately the result is decided by God.
Uh-huh.
So it's in the middle.
So it's false.
No, it's in the middle.
It's in the middle. You are right in the middle.
I'm not sure or false.
You are not sure actually, or you know that sometimes here, sometimes there.
It is not in our hands.
She's saying not. She's saying no. Yes, and then you are in between. You're exactly in between actually. You're sitting between the two. One is yes, one is no. So it's false. He's saying false. सबका अलग अलग राय है. So the fact is that results are not in our hands. Krishna says karmanya eva adhikaraste. Karmanya means eva means only, adhikar means right. So you have only one thing in your hand. What is that? To do the right. Like you have only thing, you can plant the seed, you can water the seed, you can give the protection to the seed, but whether the seed will grow into the plant and when the plant will give the fruits, is that in your hands? No, because it's multifactorial, right? There are so many things which affects, like if you're doing everything but the storm comes and takes away the plant, what do? Can you do anything, Pratish? No? Can you stop the storm? Like you can pick the building, but can you stop the earthquake? No, right? So there are so many things which are multifactorial. So results are not in our hands, right? So you can give the interviews, you can give the exams, you can apply for the visa, but you get the visa or not, is that in your hand to get the visa, immigration visa? No, no. You can apply, but to give the visa depends upon the mood of the visa officer. If his wife has disturbed him that day, he will reject all the visas. Because he is not happy today. So all the visas cancelled. So is the results in your hand? Yes or no again? Those who are saying yes, results in your hands? Results in your hands? No, results are not in your hands. So with that, if the results are not in your hands, should we work? अगर फल हमारे हाथ में नहीं तो काम करना चाहिए. What's the point of working hard if you are not going to get the results? Harshika Ben, should we work if the results are not in our hands? Hare Krishna, Tej, please welcome. Okay, should we work if the results are not in your hands? अगर रिजल्ट हमारे हाथ में नहीं है तो काम करके क्या फायदा? अगर हम जाएंगे और पैसा ही नहीं मिलेगा, if you go to work and they go to pay you salary, would you work? Would you work for them? If you are willing to work, we have some job for you here in the temple. How many of you will work if there is no salary? Nobody, yeah? And if you pay double salary, everybody will work, right? So should you worry about the results or not? Now I ask you another confusing question. Should we worry about the results or not? So if you do work, the results will come automatically. If you are eligible, you are capable, then the results will come. Definitely. If you're doing good work, people will appreciate you. They will give you to double the salary actually. But if you are not sincere, if you are not giving you 100%, nothing is going in your life, right? So in this way, our friends who just came, can you, some of you, Tej, can you read loudly for all of us?
Yeah, sure. Starts here. As a military man, Arjuna fought to his best, but the victory was brought him by Krishna. Similarly, we should try our best to our best capacity, and victory will come from Krishna. We should never sit idly and ask Krishna to do everything. That is the teachings of the Bhagavad Gita.
So it should not be like हाथ जोड़ के भगवान आप ही करो, हम तो बैठे हैं. Krishna, God helps to those who
help themselves.
भगवान जिसकी मदद करते हैं, जो अपने आप को मदद करता है. ऐसा नहीं कि आप हाथ पे हाथ जोड़ के बैठे हैं, चलो भगवान करेंगे. ऐसा करना था तो भगवान अर्जुन को कहते थे कि आप बैठो, मैं सबको खत्म कर देता हूँ. और भगवान कर सकते थे एक्चुअली. Krishna could kill everybody, but Krishna didn't do that. He asked Arjuna, you shoot the arrow, I am going to guide you. So God helps to those who help themselves. So we should try our best. Srila Prabhupada is saying that similarly we should try our best to our best capacity. If you can give 110%, give 120% actually. Try 10% more. Victory will come from Krishna. We should never sit idly and ask Krishna to do everything. कुछ लोग कहते हैं भगवान मैं आपको 10 नारा लगाऊंगा, आप मेरे को एग्जाम में पास करो. ऐसे पास नहीं होता है कोई. हुए कोई लोग पास? पढ़ेंगे नहीं तो पास कैसे? So you have to work hard. With that message, we'll end our Bhagavad Gita session for today. Bhagavad Gita is for everybody actually. We should all try to read Bhagavad Gita every single day. How many of you have Bhagavad Gita at home? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Very good. And how many of you read every day? You read every day? You started? Okay, very good start. Good start from you read every day. आप में से कौन रोज पढ़ता है भगवद गीता? नहीं पढ़ते हैं. So should we read every day? Yes. What is the loss if you read every day? कुछ नुकसान हो जाएगा. What is the benefit? You get motivation every day. So should we read? Yes, 5 minutes a day. 5 मिनट तो किसी के पास भी हो सकता है. कुछ लोग कहेंगे कि हमारे पास भगवद गीता नहीं है. मैं बोलूँगा बाय करो, तो बोलेंगे पैसे नहीं है. ठीक है, पैसे नहीं है. और क्या नहीं है आपके पास? समय नहीं है, पैसे नहीं है, कुछ भी नहीं है. You can download भगवद गीता free of cost actually. ऑनलाइन भी फ्री में अवेलेबल है. बहुत सारी. अभी तो वो क्या है, परसों मैंने भेजा था. उस पर भी भगवद गीता आ गया. Bhagavad Gita videos are there. So many things are there. But hard copy of Bhagavad Gita is just like having Krishna with you. You might have soft copies, but भगवान को आप टच कर सकते हैं. Respect Bhagavad Gita. रोज एक पेज निकाल के एक लाइन भी पढ़ लिया. एक लाइन, one line I'm saying, it will make your life beautiful, better than before. You're okay? With that, we'll pause here and we'll do Aarti ceremony. Just one thing before we all say, next week is the Mahashivratri, next Sunday. So we are going to celebrate Mahashivratri on February 19th, next Sunday, from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock. So please do come. With that, we'll do the Aarti ceremony. Hare Krishna. We'll all stand up. Everybody is requested to come forward near the Lord Krishna.